Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. Wake up, today's gonna be.
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Sort of February and the trade deadline, obviously we collectively made some moves, ended the season strong with one of the top defenses, one of the top overall records, post trade deadline. We talked about that as being pre-agency, which sort of led us into this July, where our theme was continuity and bringing our group back that was a Western Conference Finals team and trying to improve around the edges. We put in the work to affect that plan and execute that plan, and especially proud that 5 players really as part of free agency and extensions, and AD and Austin and Rui and Vando and D'Angelo all chose the Lakers. We chose them and they chose us, and I think that's a powerful statement that we have something significant going on here, and it's really centered around the work that group's going to put in as we head into the season. I think we also had a goal of adding great players and talent that fit around the edges, and kind of looking at Gabe Vincent and Cam Reddish, Taurean Prince, Jackson Hayes, Christian Wood. Felt like those are really, really solid players to add to our core group with the consistency from last year. So we're excited, but we also know that what's going to matter the most going forward is the work that we put in and how we come together as a group. And I'm excited that starting Monday, Darvin gets to lead this group of players and have a training camp to develop and build on that continuity and consistency and competitiveness that he preaches. So that's what today's kind of kicking off.
Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you want to.
Did you want to add anything?
No, go ahead. I'm ready for the questions.
All right, Darvin, since we just got to hear that from Rob, I wanted to start with you from last year, just how much the roster has changed and how you had to kind of change on the fly. What have been your thoughts throughout the summer as you now have a group of guys that you know and are adding some pieces to that? And what kind of stands out for you as you approach the season?
Just different ways we can take things to an even higher level. Just to echo Rob's sentiments, like excuse me, the sustainability of bringing back the main part of our core and also adding to that. And I think Rob used the phrase of not just going after star players, but players that star in their roles. I thought we did a phenomenal job doing that, executing that. Again, in terms of the players that returned and the players that signed extensions and the new guys that we acquired. And the group has been great. It's been a great summer. The energy in the buildings has been great. Everybody's been working top to bottom, just because they know, it's something special. We've reestablished the competitive gene that this organization has been known for, and not just known for it, but known for it at a high level. And so, in talking to our governor, Jeannie Buss, that was one of the biggest things I wanted to establish when I got the job, is to get us back to being a formidable team night in and night out, no matter who we're playing, and just to represent ourselves in the proper fashion. So I thought this summer, everything we were able to do, from the draft to free agency to the re-signings to the extensions, it all poured into who we want to be starting day one. And a lot of the preparatory work has been done in terms of creating that culture, just not creating it, but sustaining the culture. And so I'm super duper excited about, having these guys in the fold all together, building that chemistry, building that continuity, and being able to hit the ground running on day one.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, grow hard about what you want to be.
And then, Rob, we were able to watch Austin and kind of the steady rise, especially throughout the postseason. And then want to ask you, though, about Team USA, if you learned anything additional and just about kind of the importance of locking him in as a part of the franchise next to LeBron and AD.
Yeah, I think Austin's growth isn't a surprise to any of us that really scouted him, drafted him, and helped develop him to this point. He uniquely has that sort of Mamba gene, where it's all about the work. It's about playing competitive on every play. It's about being a great teammate, not caring about the personal accolades, but just the team winning. He exemplifies that, and his growth with Team USA, we're proud of him, but certainly not a surprise. I think he's got tremendous respect from other coaches around the league, other players around the league. Darvin and I spent some time around Team USA, and everybody praises him. And I think he doesn't let any of that get to his head. It doesn't get him off course. He's focused on one thing and one thing only, and that's trying to bring another championship to this organization. So we'll lean into that type of character. That's a big part of what we're, as Darvin said, reestablishing and building here.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, grow hard about what you want to be.
I have one for both of you gentlemen, if that's all right. I'll start with Darvin. LeBron's minutes came down last season from a season prior to that, but still missed close to 30 games because of his foot. How do you plan to manage him and his body, his workload in year 21?
I mean, that goes right into what's been said thus far in this press conference, like the continuity of building a well-balanced roster. It makes us more efficient in the way we manage him, and he's great at managing himself, all the resources he pours into making sure that he's not only available, but available at a high level. Now that we have top to bottom what we feel like is a highly balanced, skilled, athletic, younger team of guys who've logged a ton of NBA minutes, we can surround both he and AD with these players who are coming in eager to contribute, eager to show that they can impact winning. And that's going to allow us to be able to be more efficient with his game-to-game minutes, the big picture month-to-month, different sections in the calendar. He was grandfathered in by the rest rules, so I was happy to see that. But so that's going to help as well. But Bron, he does a great job taking care of himself. And again, the team that's around him now, the pieces that we have in place, those guys are going to step up and do a lot of heavy lifting early.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, grow hard about what you want to be.
And Rob, if we just go big picture with you, last year's postseason run, you got 8 wins halfway to the goal. What do you think you addressed in order to try to accumulate another 8 this postseason?
Yeah, I think you guys can break down and look at the roster, but I think we were very intentional about the versatility that this roster has, the depth that the roster has. I think there's upgrades of spacing and shooting, kind of top to bottom. That was all done, as you pointed out, knowing LeBron's going into the 21st year. We have to be really, we have to partner with him to help him get all the way to the end, because that's his goal. And so I think adding the depth we had, the versatility, the shooting, all those things are going to help us manage that.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, grow hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up.
Rob and Darvin, good to see you. Question for both of you. What did AD's off-season regimen entail? And with that, what's your expectation on how that will affect him from both a health standpoint and production standpoint?
Good to see you, Mark. you know, when AD came up for the extension, Darvin and I had, you know, great interactions with him, and the theme was, we want to commit to you, but we want you to commit to us. And one of the aspects that we addressed with him in that exchange was becoming a leader and being the hardest worker. And he really did that this offseason. I think probably some of you have seen some of the videos he posted. He was trying different ways to challenge himself, get his body better. He's been in the gym working really hard with Coach Chris Gent, and others, training more this offseason than I've seen it with him as a Laker. So he's taken on that leadership mantle, and I think he knows that when the franchise invests in him, like we did this summer, he's going to return that. That's just his character. That's who Anthony Davis is, and we're excited to see that.
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2, get some food in you. Step 3, think real hard about what you want to be. Step 4, everybody just do your thing.
Again, just the piggyback off Rob, just the cross training that you know, he participated in, and just going through a summer, just not trying to, you know, to remain injury free, but to actually dive into his body. Came back leaner, stronger, quicker, more explosive. And you know, people forget, for a player at his position, whether it's the 4 or the 5, just a frontline player of his skill set and the magnitude of which he impacts the game. He's only 30 years old, and so there's a huge road still ahead of him.